How's it going, everybody? Hope you're all doing well. So today we're going to be going over the everyday carry. What do I carry in my pockets, right? Some people are interested. They want to know the ins and outs of it. They're just interested in literally what I carry in my pockets every single day. So that's what we're going to go through. So the premise is myself being active duty military. These items are pretty much always on me in my uniform or, off duty, law enforcement realm, whatever it is. These are kind of the basic items that are on me. Now, of course, when I'm in uniform, I upgrade and go to other things as well. Like, I keep all these, but then I add other things in that might be in a future video. But for the most part, you're just going to have to deal with the awesome watch tan line, because I never really take off the main watch that I have here on the table. So let's dive into it, right? A lot of this stuff is older, some of this stuff is new. As you can see with some of the wear and tear on these items, they have been in my pockets and got a lot of abuse over the years. A lot. Now, there's some newer things, of course, but we're just going to start over on the right-hand side and work our way forward. So, of course, let's try to get this tan line out of the way. I'm going to put my watch back on after I show you the Marathon G-SAR. So this is pretty much my primary watch. This is what I wear all the time. As in, it is literally on my wrist and it never comes off, other than, I guess, this video for the most part. Now, this is pretty much a dive watch in essence. It's a tool watch. It's meant to be extremely used. As you can see, this thing has been beaten. It's got battle scars all over it. I've wore this watch pretty much everywhere, every single day since I got it. So that's like up armored vehicles, in the desert, in, different locations, all different states, different countries, stuff like that. This has been on me. The benefit of it is tritium. It has tritium vials in it, so it does glow pitch dark of night. It doesn't need to be regenerated by the sun. I use a silicone band with it. I like these. They're a little bit expensive. They're coming in about $1,000 to $1,800 depending on which one you want. This is a automatic watch, meaning this does not take batteries. It is based upon movement. It's all mechanical. I just like mechanical in a way watches. They're cool. I like them, and that's the reason I like them, is they're just more like traditional, I guess you could say. So I'm going to throw this watch back on real quick, and we are going to continue on. So, moving from right to left yet again, we're going to go over Multitool. So this is the Leatherman Arc. I've carried Leatherman for over a decade easily. Mainly, not to talk bad about Gerber, I have had Gerbers in the past, at least over a decade ago, fail me, at least the pliers, in some regard. So now Gerber could have changed their act up and whatnot, and they could be an amazing company and stuff like that. In my opinion, I have no idea. It's just I went away from them because several of them failed me. If you like Gerber, just keep running it. This is just my opinion. I finally made the transition to the Leatherman Arc. I thought it was a bit expensive for what it is, but it is a USA-made product, and that is the important piece. And I was very surprised. I was kind of like, oh, let's dive into this Leatherman. It's extremely expensive. And then I went from the Wave, and then I went to the P4, if I recall. It is the Leatherman P Free, or the free version, so it has magnets. And that was kind of the going back. The Wave was amazing, and then I went to this with the P3, or the free version, and I thought it was really good, but it was lacking some tools. So I went to this, and I am extremely impressed. They brought back pretty much the Leatherman Wave tool set, in my opinion. They have large scissors, which is awesome. I love it when Leatherman puts large scissors on. Another thing is they brought back the large file on the Arc, which is amazing. I love the diamond edged, and this, a full file, I use all the time. You can see all the little bits and stuff stuck in it because I use it quite a bit. Another big upgrade, in my opinion. I know I'm going kind of long on the Leatherman here, but I'm just very impressed with this. Is the awl. I do use this quite a bit. Very nice blade, extremely sharp, easy to touch up, of course, and all the other things that you would expect out of a plier multi-tool. These always stay with me. I'm using them all the time. It's always typically on my side. I normally wear a sheath with it, which is a leather sheath. I prefer the leather over the nylon, but that's just my my opinion. Next is going to be the knife. This is an Ontario Rat. I think this is their model too. Yep, it does say that. I've just been carrying this around. I really enjoy it. I've been wearing hardcore. It's all like the pocket clip. Nothing special. I do enjoy this knife. It's D2. I just kind of swap out knives a lot, but I've kind of hung on to this. Benchmade, Spyderco's, you know, all kinds of stuff. Not a lot to say about this knife. I might dive into a specific review to it, but I just enjoy it. It's a manual opener. It works for me very well. I prefer it. Next, we're gonna get into medical a little bit. I always carry medical stuff, right? This is the new ETQ Gen 2. This is an extremely small tourniquet, and I've been using these. I've been testing them to see if they perform very well, and they have. I carry this just because it's so small. It is such a small item that is easy to put in your pocket and forget about it unless you need it. They upgraded it. I did a whole dedicated video on this. If it's not already out, it will be up here very soon. But it's awesome. I prefer it, in my opinion. Next is a mini trauma kit. This, most of the time, stays with me. This is just a Right in the Rain, like little tactical cover, and a friend of mine kind of created this concept, which was very cool. And it just has basic needs like quick clot, occlusive dressing, gauze, and then a small bandage in the back along with some gloves and then other minor stuff. This is a really good cargo pocket IFAK that I carry with me, and it works exceptionally well. Next is my law enforcement or federal law enforcement credential, right? I keep it with me at all times just because we're kind of required to, and it's nice for when I'm carrying other things, right? I have that capability to carry in all 50 states, which is very nice. So pretty much enough said about that. Next is a pen. This is a Right in the Rain bullet pen. This thing, as you can see, has been abused. I have kept this in my pocket all the time. The ink is about done on it, which is really easy. You can just swap out the ink cartridges on it, really nice. They are a bit expensive. Be ready if you're interested in this, but it is nice. It just slips in the pocket, very nice. I have not lost it. I have lost others being carried in different configurations, but you can also buy the pocket clip. That kind of adds some resistance to it, so when it slips in your pocket, it doesn't just like fall out because it's so slippery. As you can see, it has a lot of wear and tear on it, so I have used that a lot. Along with a Zippo, I like traditional Zippo, but I put the butane insert inside. This is a double butane insert, so it inserts the same exact way. You can get a normal Zippo, any normal Zippo, and this is also Zippo branded too, and you can get the double butane insert. So you don't have to worry about, you know, like leaking or it evaporating over time. It just, you click it down and it just works. You can recharge this. It has the fluid, and this always stays with me. I'm just an individual for fire. You know, I just like to have fire capability with me at all times. I don't use it a lot, but when I do, it's nice to have. Of course, just chapstick classic. It's been riding around pretty abused, as you can see. Just depends on the environments. This is really nice for travel, especially when I'm in the military, traveling around to different states and whatnot. I'll be in a dry climate, then a wet climate, then a super dry and windy climate, and it's nice. It just takes care of it. These are TOZO earbuds. I have used these for literally years, and I'm impressed. They are super cheap compared to Apple ear pods and all that stuff. These are rechargeable, of course, and noise canceling. No, I am not sponsored by them. I just have literally, I bought these on Amazon just as a random, like, let's just try it out. It's super cheap, and fell in love with them, and just super impressed with them, honestly. Noise canceling, you can turn them on and off. Like, you can tap them, you can go to your next setting, your next song, you can dampen everything down, and they recharge, and they last a long time. Just my recommendation. I really like them. They work. You can, like, I use them all over the place. Airplanes, you know, travel, every single day. I just use it. Next, flashlight. So this is a Streamlight 1L1AA. Small flashlight, as you can see, pretty small, fits in my hand. It's really nice. It's always on me. But the benefit of this flashlight is it takes 6 different batteries. It's able to take CR123s, AA's, and AAA's in a pinch. Now you can also get the rechargeables, which is super nice. That is what I put in here. I put in rechargeable CR123s, which they're not technically CR123s. They have a different nomenclature to them. But you can put all the rechargeables in this as well, and normal ones. So pretty much whatever battery you have on hand that's a common battery, you can just throw in this light and run it. Just send it in a pinch and it'll work. That's what I like, the interchangeability. Along with the pocket clip, it has a reverse clip, so you can actually clip it to your baseball cap if you need to, or down on something or up on something. It has one of those S clips, which is super nice in my opinion. I've been carrying around this for, oh man, probably like 7 years, one of these lights. I have so many of these running around. I've only had one to fail me in all of that time, which is impressive in my opinion. And the only reason it failed me was because it fell out of my pocket while I was brush hogging with a tractor, and it went into the field for about 1.5 years. And then I found it, luckily, randomly. Actually, my father found it for me, and he's like, hey, is this yours? I'm like, yep. And it was literally 1.5 years later. And then I started using it again, and then about 1 year after that, it finally died. So after being literally tilled up and everything and like planted like a seed, it finally gave up after a couple years. All the other ones are still going good. Next is a necklace. This is a fire starter necklace by Wazo. It's a little fire starter, fairly nice. I always have this on me. I don't know, it's just this weird thing, probably from coming back from my days in Boy Scouts. Always have just a method of fire on you, and I carry a necklace in that regard. Next is a Ridge wallet. I like Ridge wallet. I don't have any affiliation with them, but it is super nice. I prefer these. They work out really nice. They hold all my cards. Yes, I have a ton of cards. That's how it works. I'd like to slim down, but that's just the way it is. I like the Ridge wallet. There are some knockoffs out there. This is the real branded one. That's what I prefer. Small enough, it fits in my pocket, disappears, all that kind of stuff, and it's going to be with me until I find something better, which honestly I'm not seeking or looking for anything. Nothing too special on the keys, realistically. There's only 2 things. I do a quick disconnect. So let's say you're doing an oil change or whatnot. I don't want to give up my keys to someone else, but here's my truck keys, but I want to retain my house keys and stuff like that. So it's nice, you can just, you know, disconnect this, and they're super strong. I've never had one of these fail. I've had these for almost 10 years. Actually, I have had this for 10 years because I bought these in 2015, and it's the same one riding on there. I have a titanium pry bar. I use this if I don't want to use my knife to pry things, paint lid cans, you know, just random things you need to pry on, but you don't want to break your knife. These are really small, nice to have, and they're a little expensive for what they are, but they're pretty cool. The US government, USA made, they're pretty cool. I like them quite a bit. Lastly is the firearm, of course, right? It is safety checked, right? YouTube, don't freak out. We're fully safe here. We're good to go. But it is the P365X macro with the TLR7. I have transitioned to this pistol specifically. I prefer it now. It is slimmer than the M18 or the Glock 19, which in some regards is so much better. It's funny how just a little bit will help for me carrying. Of course, the benefit of this too, again, there's rounds here, but not inside of it right now. YouTube, don't freak out. 17 rounds in the magazine. 18 if you plus up, which is super cool, which I carry this here. This is Fife Loop. I think this one, I can't remember the company. I'll throw it up on the screen that makes this. I carry my extra +1 round right here, right? Because if I ever set down my pistol or put it in a safe, I prefer not to have one in the chamber, but when it's on me, yes, I chamber up and I take this one out, put it in the pistol, and then I carry it around. T-Rex Arms holster. I know there's a bunch of drama going on with them right now, and no, I'm not like saying, go get a T-Rex Arms holster. I have bought this, I have had it, I've had T-Rex Arms sidecars for years now. I'm not gonna throw them out. They're still a good holster, right? I'm gonna continue to use this one. It's dumb. I know Wrangler Star just did a video on it. Why is he gonna throw it out? I agree, I'm not gonna throw this out. That's ridiculous. So moving on to a couple other things too. I do carry a couple other watches on my right, because of course this one's on my left. But on my right side, I carry one of these two watches, mainly because I need a fitness tracker and more things. It'll do more than this. I just like this because if I go into a skiff or somewhere specifically that requires you down your electronics, which since I'm in the military, that happens a lot, I'll leave these at the door, but I can still carry this watch in. Plus, this has so much more features like the GPS feature. You know, Garmin watches are awesome. These are the two Garmin watches that I recommend right now. Of course, there are others out there. You'll see I have tons of Garmin videos. I am pretty much always with a Garmin on my right for the most part, just because I like the capabilities of these watches. So, quite a few items, I guess you could say, but not really. My EDC for my military uniform does bump up. I do carry a lot of other things, mainly job specific or mission specific. But for the most part, me just cruising around, this is what I have in my pockets, right? Wanted to give a brief explanation. If you would like to purchase any of these, I am not in a relationship with any of these companies whatsoever. I'll link all these items in the description box below so you can pick them up. So if you're like, hey, I'm kind of interested in this keychain, or I really want that Zippo, right? Go ahead and use my links. It'll take you automatically there, and it helps me a little bit in getting a few cents. So if you purchase like a Zippo like this, I'll get a few cents back, which allows me to put that money into more items for you to see reviews or other things on that I use. So if you like this stuff, definitely like, subscribe. We have PayPal and Patreon. Patreon gets behind the scenes stuff. They get two-way communication with me hardcore. If you message me over there, I will get back to you, right? And if not, then you can just keep smoking my my list. Say, hey, just keep sending me messages until I do. Sometimes I'm out of the country or out of the area due to the military. I will let Patreon know when that occurs. YouTube guys, you're just kind of in it for the ride. So if you want Patreon, go take a look at it. I'll leave it in the description box. Leave it in the description box below. Other than that, this is my EDC. This is why I carry it, kind of. Hope y'all have a great day.